Okay, it's the holiday weekend.
Yeah.
And what's even more special than the holiday weekend is that it's the Suzanne Summer Show. And here she is.
Yay! And it's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everybody. We've got I'm going to lean out of the shop now. We have our picnic set up here. And
Okay.
just to make it very Labor Day-ish.
Okay, let me zoom into that.
Okay, zoom in.
Okay, I'm
Look
zooming
at that,
in.
cameraman. Wow.
Look at that.
Am I out of the shot?
As part of you's in the shot.
So
Huh?
cute,
Look-
yeah. That's what we do here.
That's
In
our picnic.
paradise.
We're going to be picnicking.
Okay, so now I'm coming back in. Hi,
Okay.
everybody.
Well,
I know.
okay.
Yeah. So does this make up for him being bad boy on the last show?
Was he a bad boy on the last show?
Oh yeah.
No, I wasn't bad.
Yeah, you were. The girls out there will tell you that you were a bad boy. He is a bad boy. He has his moments, but you gotta love him, don't you?
You know,
Wait till you see how he looks today. Come over here. Gosh, you look cute.
You know, I found in my short life that
Yeah, it's not short.
that
Put your
girls like bad boys.
Girls like bad boys.
That's
Well, I married the baddest of the bad, but I like him, and he sure
Okay.
treats me good.
You know.
Look how cute he looks in his white
Thank you.
summer jacket. We're going out for dinner tonight at a friend's house whose wife cooks Chinese. They're Chinese, and we're kind of excited about this.
We're gonna have a
Oh,
great
that's great.
Yeah.
Chinese meal today.
Nothing like having
can't wait.
real Chinese food.
I have not had. Listen to this. I have not had a real home-cooked Chinese meal since I was about 12 or 13
And
years.
why is that?
Because that's we had a bunch of Chinese brothers living in
Wait,
our house.
wait. Did you live in a boarding house? Did you know that? Yeah, did you know that, Caroline? You lived in a you lived in a boarding house.
Go ahead, make
how
fun of
many
me.
how many Chinese brothers?
There were 8.
8. Did
Yeah.
you know that, Caroline?
Actually, one actually drowned.
Well, oh no, that's a bummer.
Yeah, the young one, Paul. He
Well,
was a boxer.
when he lived with you?
No, well, he was living there, and then he went to a vacation area north of Toronto called Muskoka,
Oh no.
and he drowned in the rapids in Muskoka.
No, I never heard that part. So
I
that's
haven't
what.
heard this story.
No, a new story.
I like to
Because
keep
you
on-
always said 7 Chinese brothers. Now I know why.
That's why, yeah. I
Number
like to keep
8.
a little bit of the story, in my hip pocket.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
for those days when you're beating on me and saying things like, I should behave. I don't
Yeah.
even know what that means.
What does
okay?
behave mean to
I
you?
spent my whole life just being me,
He has.
okay?
Kind of wonderful.
And so if I'm a bad boy, I'm your bad boy.
You are. I chose it. I chose
That's
it.
right.
Right.
And
But-
your mother did too.
I did. I chose. You know why I chose you? For every reason I can think of.
That's
Just
good,
look,
good.
look
That's
at
good,
him.
that's good,
And
that's
the
good.
day I met him was like dying. It really was that magic moment. But also, we fought for the first 9 or 10 years, and I never knew what we were fighting about. Yeah, we were combining families, but we were fighting about something else, and I never knew. It's interesting in a marriage. Until one day in therapy, I went, oh, we're fighting about control. I'm fighting about getting out from under control, because I had a very controlling father, and so
Really? You had a very
yeah.
controlling father?
But we choose.
Was he an alcoholic?
Yeah.
Was he violent? Would he try to hunt you down at night? Did he put cases of beer on boxcars for a living? Did he knock down the white picket fence coming home in the car every day? Did he make Danny do the grass at 3 o'clock in the morning? Did you hide in the closet with your mother and your brother and your sister?
So
your
what
2
we
brothers?
what we choose in life,
Wow,
we
what a life.
choose what we want to get out from under, right? So I choose I chose a controlling man, and that's what we were fighting about. And I never knew what we were fighting about. I was fighting for a level playing field, and he was fighting for that too, but didn't realize it. And we achieved it. We are a level playing field. Do you realize we never fight? Ever.
No,
Ever.
we occasionally have disagreements.
Hardly. I get along with him.
Well, that's because I say yes.
Well,
okay?
that's why.
That is
I
rule
gain
number
control.
1 for getting along with
I
your
gain
wife
control.
or your significant other.
I know.
is to say yes.
I have something very exciting
Yes.
to show everybody.
And also to say I'm sorry and mean it, okay? You
Yeah.
can't say, okay, I'm sorry. You have to
No,
really mean it.
no.
If you can learn those two things, you're in,
Yeah.
okay?
Truly mean it when you
Yeah.
say I'm sorry.
And
A
I'm sorry.
heartfelt apology
I'm
heals
sorry,
anything.
I have to get back to my job, okay?
All right, and I have something very exciting to show you, and you too, Caroline. My
Okay.
manicurist, Lori, gave me this as a gift the other day. These are all of our colors. She did a palette for our nail polish, and when she had done it, she hadn't seen that we had chalk yet, so she was able to,
Oh my gosh!
yeah, put chalk there. We have every color here. You want to hold that out in front of them?
That's amazing!
Sure.
I know. Lori, you are a doll. That took a lot of time. And if I had really long nails, they'd look like that. Isn't that just
No, but
beautiful?
yeah, but you can put your finger,
I
line
know.
your finger up with a color so you can see what it looks like.
I
That's
know.
so great.
I know. Here's melon
I
here.
love it.
I know. Oh no, here's chalk down here. I'm sorry. See down here? Down here, chalk. That was our new color the other day that
Wow.
Alan talked. He was such a bad boy on the last show that we never really got to tell you about chalk. And chalk, can you see how that looks?
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
It's so pretty. And Caroline wears it on her toes and her fingers.
Well, let me zoom in on it.
Okay, zoom in.
And I went to lunch today with Julie and
Ah,
Jill, who
yeah.
are the two women who run
In our office.
the business with us, and it was Julie's birthday, so we were having a celebration.
I know.
And I had chalk on, and Julie always has beautiful nails.
Yes.
She has great nails.
Yeah.
And oh god, that's pretty. She was admiring my chalk. Well,
So-
your ring is pretty too. Tell me about this ring.
Oh, just another one of those fabulous presents. So
Wow.
did you give Julie chalk?
No, she said chalk is not a great color for her.
Oh, okay. Well, here's chalk here. It's, you know what? What we all got to do is stay of it, not out of it. Stay of it. And this is a hip happening, really cool. When your
It is.
daughter or your granddaughter see you wearing chalk, they go, "Oh, I didn't realize you
And I
were
have to tell you,
hip
when I
and cool."
brought it to the nail salon,
Yeah.
the manicurist kept saying, "This is a beautiful color," and then the owner of the salon came over and grabbed the bottle and looked at it. So it's like,
Are they going to order ours or steal it? And
I'm gonna talk with them.
Yeah.
You know, they don't make their own, but
well, we should
they
have
order it. They can.
our nail polish in every salon in America. I think it's so good.
Okay, just so that, you know,
Missing
that,
the top 10 offenders. Okay, go for it. Tell
Okay,
them,
no,
tell them
no.
what they got, Johnny.
okay. Well, you open the refrigerator door and I'll
Oh,
do
wait,
that.
wait, come over here one more time.
Really?
I want to show you. Last night, our daughter Leslie came for dinner with her boyfriend Andrew, and it was cool enough, meaning under 100, like 99 degrees, to sit outside at Big Al's bar. Today is different, and and well, don't you look cute? Why did I bring you over here? I know. No.
It's starting.
It is. It
Did
is.
Because you wanted to show a picture.
Did you take your lithium today?
I don't take lithium. Oh, I do take lithium.
Of course you do.
What was I? Why did I bring you over here?
See,
I
you
wanted to
couldn't even
show.
remember if you took lithium.
I got my head.
You were talking about your dinner last night, photo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bad boy.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
I know what you were going to say.
What?
Daughter Leslie gave me an
Oh, a
incredible
haircut.
haircut last
That's
night.
why I get so many things going in my brain.
We sat at
We
Big
sat at
Al's
the bar, and I looked over at him, and I said, "He's a little."
No,
and
no, Leslie,
she's
first
such
of
an
all-
artist.
No, first of all, Leslie said, what is it with the eyebrows? I have to cut your
That's
eyebrows.
how it started. That's how it started. So I
And then
said,
she finished
I said,
up-
well, go up
Yeah.
into my to my makeup table in our bedroom, and I said, and the hair cutting scissors are the silver ones. I never use them for anything else. So she goes up and gets them. So she comes down and does his eyebrows, but she thinks they need to be professionally done. And then she said, you know, I might want to take a little here. I said, yeah, and then a little there, yeah, and then a little there.
What made your
Look
haircut?
at your haircut. Isn't that a great haircut?
Great haircut.
I think this is going to be his new haircut.
She's my new
Yeah.
hairstylist.
You know, Leslie is a designer, and
I
she
can have my hair done at the same time I'm getting my pedicure.
well, what she understood is proportion on
That's
your
right.
head.
That's right.
What most people don't understand is
Can I go back to
proportion.
my job now?
You may.
Okay.
Proportion is very important, and for the size of his head, his hair was getting too big. When you bring it down to proportion, it's like when you get dressed, you have to really assess when you look in the mirror, like, it's a cute dress, but does it suit my proportions? And I find that the most important thing about getting dressed, which, by the way, cleaning closets today, Caroline, there is a couple of things that I put into the Caroline box for you or the girls going,
I hope that pain that you feel is, I hope you feel better when you see how much we like something.
I will.
Because it is hard, God, it's hard to give away stuff.
It's not that I don't like it, and it's not even that it doesn't fit. I have too much stuff, and my goal in this whole move that we're doing is to minimize and get rid of, I put today, like this black cashmere Donna Karan overcoat. I thought, I haven't worn it for about 6 years. You don't need an overcoat here. That's a great thing. And then a Dolce & Gabbana wool kind of, booby, great, God, great dress. And there's more. Anyway, so I showed you the palette here. All right. I will
Alan, we can show
them the deal.
We're kicking off the Labor Day weekend, guys. This is a sale that goes all the way through Monday. Suzanne and Alan have a big picnic set up behind her.
I know.
Okay, 25% off site-wide, promo code LABOR25. Now, for the edification of our Canadian friends and also our friends who are in Commonwealth countries, we know that you're looking at labor and saying that's not the way we spell it. We spell it L-A-B-O-U-R. But when you go to the site, it'll be spelled this way, and if you hit on it, you get 25% off site-wide. Not bad, huh?
I just looked down at my wrist. Do you know what's on my wrist, Alan? The first diamond bracelet you ever gave me. Do you
Wow,
recall?
the tennis bracelet.
Well, it's not a tennis bracelet. It's a diamond bracelet, and I couldn't believe it. You handed me an envelope. So cool. And in the envelope, just a plain envelope, not my name or anything, there were 2 diamond bracelets. He said, you can have one or you can have both.
Well, I had to get one for my girlfriend too.
And I'm not I'm not a greedy person, so I took the bigger one. And I really should have taken them both because you bought them both for me. Anyway, thank you. I love it.
I can't.
I'm finding things as I'm cleaning, going, oh, I haven't worn this for years, and it's so beautiful. So anyway, thank you, Alan. I love you. All right, I showed you the palette of colors. You know the deal tonight. I can't promise Alan will behave.
I always behave.
Leslie's boyfriend Andrew last night said, I think that Alan, people watch the show as much for Alan as for Suzanne, because he's so darling, and you are, so just behave.
Okay,
right?
by the way, I forgot to mention, when we showed the barbecue.
Barbecue.
Okay.
Here, there you go.
Yeah. Michael, beautiful Michael,
Yeah.
who works with us here.
Oh, he's so great.
He did the whole thing.
No, but Caroline instructed him also, so it was a Caroline and Michael thing. We have
That's what we do. I direct from here. But he does a great, he's great at execution.
he takes it so seriously, and he has such an eye for
He has
beauty.
great taste.
Someone said to him one day, and what do you do for the animals? And he said, I bring beauty to their life.
Yep, that's true.
And I never knew I needed that in my life. I've had this for several years now, and I love it. Whenever I have a day when I feel whatever I feel, I think, shut up, Suzanne, do you realize you live a life like so few people live? All I want you to know is I know that, and I am grateful. I was watching a commercial today. I'm thinking of 2 commercials I watched today. One, every time I see it, I cry. You know, when a commercial is well done, and this commercial is gratitude. Have you seen that one? Where the father walks the daughter out to the sidewalk, and her ride is there. And she gets in the car, and then the car stops. And she gets out of the car. I'm going to cry talking, but she gets out of the car, and she goes up to her dad, and she says, I'm going to cry saying, I just want to thank you for everything, And the dad wipes a tear away, and she walks back to her car and looks back at him and gives him that same look again. You know, as parents, you do things for your kids, and to have them appreciate it is just so incredible. So that's my favorite commercial. Here's my least favorite commercial.
Uh-oh.
Have you seen the commercial where they've got dinner on the table, and then everyone
right.
coughs
Right.
and sneezes and shit from their mouth and spittle and everything goes all over the table, and it's so awful that I can't even watch the whole thing. I don't even know what they're selling.
And they usually run those commercials at dinner time.
Oh, it makes me sick.
It's like it's
achoo,
right.
achoo,
It's-
achoo, achoo.
right. But the one I hate
What's the one you
is
hate?
the one for toe fungus.
Yeah, you do. You
I
mentioned
hate that
a lot,
one.
yeah.
And they try to make it cute because they
No,
have
it's
the
not
big
good.
toenail
And it's got the
talking.
avatar, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Toe just even if you don't see it,
Ew,
even if you
ew.
don't see it.
I know.
If you say,
I know.
okay, there's a toe fungus
I know.
commercial running, eat your steak.
I know. I want to show you something. What is this? We call this the multi-stick. The reason I'm holding up the multi-stick, all this stuff is 25% off at the website, is Lori, my manicurist, who made me, just on her own, this beautiful palette. It was her birthday yesterday, so I sent her a box of everything that didn't have to do with nails, because I'm always giving her nail stuff. And when she was leaving, she said, you know what I like? I really like, I never would have bought it, was the multi-stick. She said, I put it here, I put it on my eyelids, I put it on my chin, she said, I put it everywhere, and I just feel so pretty when I put it on. So think about the multi-stick. It's
I love that product.
yeah, you do. And I didn't quite know what it was for when we first developed it. I've been using it lately, and I love it too. Great in the morning. Okay, you know, when I wake up at 3 in the morning, that pee that we have to have at 3 in the morning, I go over to my makeup table, and I take our little concealer pot. I have light, I use light, and I put it here because I get so red. I have red cheeks. I am anti-apple cheeks. I've got these red cheeks. I put it on so that when Alan wakes up in the morning, it all kind of looks great. And now, last night, 3 in the morning, I put the highlighter here, and then I took some of the multi-stick and I put that there. And this morning when I woke up, Alan was kissing me and he said, you're so beautiful. And I thought, I know, because I have my concealer on and my multi-stick.
I think you're the only person that wakes up in the middle of the night to touch up your makeup.
I do. And I take
Wow.
enzymes in the middle of the night.
That's right.
I
bet
had
that's fun.
cancer many, many years ago, as you all know, and I went on the Gonzalez protocol, which is in my book, Knockout, and we're most alkaline around 3 in the morning. It's interesting, that's when I wake up. And I take 5 or 6 enzymes, kind of gaggy, but these enzymes, pancreatic enzymes, as Dr. Gonzalez describes it, are like little Pac-Men. Enzymes eat debris. Cancer is debris, toxins are debris, and I figure at 3 in the morning, for sure, even though I try to avoid toxins at all costs, I'm sure I've got some toxins in me. I'll put these enzymes in me and let these little Pac-Men eat them up. It's kind of, I love it.
Okay, so
All right,
I have a
what?
question.
What?
I was reading an article in one of your medical magazines,
Yeah.
and it
That's a great magazine.
suddenly prompted a question in my mind, and I don't know the answer, but I'm sure there are some wise people out there. Now, maybe you know the answer. We've never discussed
I
this.
usually do.
Okay, maybe Caroline knows the answer.
We usually do.
Okay.
Between the two of us.
All right.
We're kind of know-it-alls.
Okay.
Right, Caroline?
The magazine was all about menopause, okay?
Uh-huh.
And the fact that when
I
women
read
go
it.
into menopause, that's the end of their reproductive life.
Correct.
Okay?
We're only supposed
And
to
that's,
last
that's
45
usually
years.
when they're 45 or 50 or 55, somewhere in there, they become
We're no longer valuable.
egglessness. Okay.
Yeah.
How come guys can continue shooting real bullets
No fair.
until they're 100?
No fair. You don't need any eggs. And
What?
we need eggs. So biology
Yeah.
has decided that we make eggs for about 40, 45 years, and then we start losing our eggs, and that's called menopause. When you start losing your eggs, who knew eggs made us feel so good? That's when you get itchy,
No, no,
itchy,
no, no, oh, no.
sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and all dried up. That's called no eggs.
But how come
Egglessness.
God? It doesn't make any
Because-
sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Because
You know how it makes sense?
men are stronger.
Well, no, not necessarily. If you go back into ancient times,
Yeah.
go back into the 6th century,
Yeah.
okay,
You were stronger.
where harems were normal, okay?
And tribes.
We're tribes, and
Yeah.
and guys would have more than one wife, okay?
Then
and-
you better have a lot of bullets.
And maybe, as wife number one stopped producing eggs, he brought in wife number two.
But wife number one is a good cook, so we'll keep her.
Okay.
Right, she's got purpose.
Okay.
That's probably
So
why.
maybe that's the reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but Alan, do you have the microphone plugged into the Facebook phone?
I'm sorry, do I have what?
Microphone plugged into the Facebook phone.
Yes.
And how are the fans? Do you guys need the fans right now?
Oh, turn the fan off.
Okay.
That's your job. You're supposed to.
Thank you.
I want to tell you some things about tonight. I never use the word should. I don't. I never, when people ask me for advice, I always say I don't give advice. What I do say is if it were me and I were you and I had what you have, I would do this and this and this. I'm going to use the word should. You should get our activating serum. It's that good.
Yeah.
Alan uses it. I
Yeah.
use it. Caroline uses it. My granddaughters use it. Women who use this is made from metafoam seed oil and abyssinian seed oil. Here's
Isn't-
what happens.
Isn't there something in there from the Amazon? It sounds like Hutu or
Kapuasu?
Futu or
Yes.
Is kapuasu in there too? Kapuasu.
Kapuasu.
Do you have any kapuasu at home? No. So we're bringing you these ingredients. And so you wash your hair, you condition your hair, then you towel dry your hair. After you towel dry your hair, you put, for me, I put 8 to 10 pumps in my hand. And you won't make your hand greasy. And you do this and then pull it all the way through, all the way to the ends. It makes your hair young. It does. It makes it shiny, silkier. It strengthens the ends. It doesn't make your hair grow longer. But everyone reports that their hair grows longer. You know why? Because when it reaches the ends and you use the flattening iron on the ends get stronger because of the activating serum. So I'm going to break my rule. I'm going to use the word should. You should use
Hey,
this.
Alan, would you mind holding the product up to camera when she's talking about it? Because
Certainly.
we're
There
talking
you go.
about so many
Certainly.
products tonight, it just helps
Right.
people know what they're
Activating serum.
Okay.
It's
It's true. It's called True Brazilian Activating Serum.
You will not be mad at me if you buy this. Of course, you can send it back. We take everything back. But you will not go, she talked me into this. I'm telling you, as a girlfriend, whether you're a guy or a girl out there, use this. Really. It changed my hair. I have been known to turn back on the way to the airport going, I forgot my activating serum, because you can't buy it in stores. You got to get it online from me. I go back to the house and get it. It's that important. And then
And I use it like crazy too. I mean, I
You
can't
do.
live without it. And I tell you, when we were in Cancun and it was so humid,
yeah.
my hair was huge. I mean,
Oh, I
there
wish
was
I'd
no-
seen that.
There was no use in trying to blow it out or flatten it. So
No.
I had big curly hair the entire time. And thank God I had my True Brazilian.
'Cause it calms it down.
Because I could make good curls.
Yeah. I didn't see any pictures of you with big hair like that. I love you with big hair. I always
Well,
loved
it
hair.
was either a big hair or a clip.
Well, I love it. I love it. I loved when Leslie used to wear big hair, and then she just got into the flattening iron and straightening. The one who has won is our granddaughter Daisy. Go to Daisy World on Instagram. You'll see she has this huge head of glorious curly hair, and she loves her hair. She's always doing this to her hair, and whenever I tell her I love her hair, she said, "It's not big enough. I'm just gonna let it get bigger and bigger and bigger." It's her look.
It's so great.
It's
And
so
she
great.
uses this stuff like crazy.
Yeah.
And a lot of you were commenting on the size of the bottle. We have two sizes.
Yeah,
We
you
have
can
a
get
1
this
ounce
size.
And we have a 4 ounce.
You can
So
get this
is the
size.
4 ounce size.
This is the little one, and this is the big one. Get whatever you want, but where I use the word should is I think this big one, because you're never going to want to run out of it. It's so great. It's so great.
Okay.
Maybe you buy the smaller one for traveling.
Okay, on
So great.
Instagram, Liamo01 says it is the best hair product I have ever
Thank you, Leo.
used.
You're right.
Kathy Spanudakas.
That's
That's a Greek name, I think.
Sounds Greek.
I'm sorry for the mispronunciation. My hair feels great with it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Every one of our hair products is fantastic, she
Thank you.
says.
Our hair products are great. Any more?
And Suzanne, people are asking, do you have to use a hot iron when
No.
you use the?
No. Like for your hair, when you wanted your big hair, and Alan with his cute curls, he just puts it in there, and then do you use a dryer? You don't use a dryer, Alan. You just let.
No.
He just puts it in, and it relaxes the curls.
I haven't used a
And for me,
dryer
it straightens
since the
mine.
60s.
It's a defrizzer. So what it does is it smooths the cuticle of
In the
your
best
hair,
way.
and it coats it all the way to the end, so it pulls those split ends together.
Yeah.
And then you blow dry your hair. If you bake it in with the flattening iron, it helps bond those nutrients to the hair shaft. But you don't have to do that. You can just let it go. And
Yeah.
it just becomes like
She's
the
right.
most amazing styling product.
And no chemicals. You don't have kapuasu, do you? You don't have meadowfoam seed oil. You don't have Abyssinian seed oil. We just put the greatest. I'm so proud of our products. I really am. I wish I could just give them all away because they're just that great. I just want you all to have them.
Oh man, listen to this. Susie McNeil said, I was so mad I accidentally stuck a brand new large True Brazilian activating serum in my carry-on and TSA took it away.
No. No.
That's
Now,
a trick record.
now see if you brought the small one. They can't take it away.
Okay, well, I have a TSA story.
What's your TSA
Okay.
story?
Suzanne and I, a couple of years ago, were invited to Israel.
Yeah.
Spent a week.
Most incredible trip of my life.
We had we were there with 10 United States ambassadors as guests.
We
and-
walked on these steps that Jesus walked, carrying
Yeah.
the cross. You can't imagine what that feels like.
And we also had an hour and a half with
Netanyahu.
Netanyahu. Okay, that was incredible.
Mm.
And then we got a bottle.
Did I just tell you my Netanyahu? It's a minute.
Well,
Less than a
certainly,
minute.
yeah. You know,
Less
you
than
can
a minute, in the
no,
middle.
you can interrupt. What you're saying. You're the star of this show.
No, I'm not.
Okay,
I just want-
I'm just here to support you.
I love
okay,
Israel.
so
We
you
have
can
this
interrupt me anytime you want.
This
Okay.
privilege of going to a private meeting with Netanyahu, and he came up to me and he said, I know all about the books. And I said, thank you. And he said, but I've been watching you for 25 years. I said, you have? And he said, yeah, for the longest time here in Israel, we only had one television station and we had one sitcom.
Okay.
You go ahead. That's pretty
So-
cool for a prime minister of a country.
So we get a bottle of, it's called the President's Wine.
Yeah.
Okay, it's made in Israel.
Oh, this
okay?
is Al the Ass story. Yeah.
So we're
Al
flying
Ass.
back to LA and we have to change planes in, where was it? In Germany, somewhere in Germany,
Yeah.
Frankfurt. And I forgot that I had this bottle in my carry-on.
Yeah,
Okay,
carry-on.
just like this woman with the
Yeah,
Brazilian,
I'm
right?
so sorry about your Brazilian.
So the guy with the uniform says, no, you may not take this with you. I said, okay, give me the bottle. So he hands me the bottle.
That was just on the verge of Al Bad Boy. Go on.
He hands me the bottle, and I put my finger on the cork, and I try to push the cork down in the bottle, and it won't go, and I decide, cork
Leave
in,
the president's wine there.
okay, and I drank the President's Wine at
Plug,
TSA,
plug, plug.
and
I've already gone through TSA and I'm watching them going,
I got applause from the people behind me,
I know, I'm watching going,
okay?
oh, Bad Al is better than Bad Al's ever been bad. I
Well,
can't even believe how bad
I knew
Bad Al's
I knew if I left the wine there, everyone's going to have a great dinner, okay?
Yeah.
On us,
So
on the
you
president.
had it. And
I
then he
had
gets
it.
on the plane and he's drunk. And then he becomes really Bad Al on
No,
the
I
plane.
didn't. I
No,
didn't
you
become
He fell
bad.
asleep.
I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
You know how you can tell someone's not an alcoholic is that they drink, they get high from drinking, and then they fall asleep. Alcoholics, I know, because I come from an alcoholic family. Did you know that? They never, they drink until they pass out, but they never stop drinking. They're powerless over it. I've watched it all my life, powerlessness, and what if you experience blackouts, like can't remember parts of last night, you got the alcoholic gene. And I've never had a blackout, so I'm so glad. I remember what happened the night before. I may not remember that I want to tell you about Alan's haircut, but I don't have blackouts when I drink. I am so happy that blade passed over my head. I've never wanted to be drunk or anything like that, but in my family, through my family history, as you know, and I've written books about this, it's the plague of our Irish side of our family that just got so many people, so much to the point when I was a little girl, I actually thought the reason that adults died was they got cirrhosis of the liver, because everyone I knew had cirrhosis of the liver, and they talked about it at the funerals, and that's what you do in an Irish family. The funeral is a big thing. Caroline, remember this. When I go, you better give me a good funeral.
Are you kidding? The Italians are the same.
And the Italians are the same too, yeah. You know what? Yeah, no kidding. So at my funeral, imagining that I go before you, make sure that you give a big party with the right kind of music, but Italian food. I don't want Irish food at my funeral. Ugh, no, boiled everything. Anyway, morbid that we're talking about that. Anyway.
Morbid.
Anyway, this weekend is Labor Day weekend. We're kicking off. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We're kicking off Friday night. The Labor Day sale goes all the way through Monday, and I don't know why it is that we're kind of programmed to buy certain things at Labor Day, but
I don't either.
here we are. We put in a big sale, and you can pick up anything you like for 25% off. The code is LABOR25. And if you look, Suzanne and Ellen set up a beautiful picnic. So we
Show
want to know
them,
what
Al.
you guys are doing this weekend with your families. Are you grilling or barbecuing or picnicking?
You know what I have?
Okay. Oh, I
I'm
just,
so sorry. I'm so
no,
sorry.
no, I
There you
just
go.
zeroed
There
in
you
on
go.
that,
There you
okay?
go.
Look at that, so beautiful,
I know.
beautiful.
I know.
Michael,
You
okay?
are so
Caroline,
beautiful.
beautiful.
You've got ribs and chicken
To
and
me.
hot dogs and corn.
Can't you see?
Yep.
Okay, can I lean up now?
Okay, one more, just
All
going
right.
to, it's, there we are.
I'm gonna have to
Okay.
smoke air cigarettes.
You're good at that.
I know. You know,
Okay.
ever,
Okay,
I have never had a cigarette. I'm glad. You know why? Because I probably would have liked it, and then I'd have to give it up, and giving up things that you're addicted to is really hard, really hard. It takes a great amount of fortitude.
no, you know what it is with giving up smoking?
What is it?
Which is tough, okay?
You gave it up, I remember.
I gave it up, but
Yeah.
I started smoking when I was 8, picking up cigarette butts off the street, okay? And then when I had some money, I'd buy my own cigarettes. But I wasn't able to
That
quit
all
myself.
that
I didn't even think of quitting myself because I was in my late 20s. And we were having dinner at my parents' house in Toronto. And my dad, who had never asked me to do anything, ever, okay, this beautiful man, I pulled out a cigarette after dinner, and he said to me, "Son, I sure wish you'd quit smoking." And I said to him, "Dad, if you grow a goatee, I will quit smoking." He grew the goatee, and I quit smoking.
I remember that
I
night.
quit
And
for
he-
him.
and he looked great.
Yeah, I quit
Now,
for
when
him.
Leslie pulls out a cigarette at night, how do you feel?
I don't feel good.
Well, maybe you have that moment coming with her.
I'll ask her to grow a goatee.
Well, soon, with menopause, you can grow a goatee pretty easily.
Oh, yes.
Itchy, bitchy, sleepy, sweaty, bloated, forgetful, and all dried up. And also, I should add an 8th one, and chin hairs. Any of you have chin hairs? I asked my son Bruce, Caroline's husband, years and years ago, I said, when I'm an old lady, do not let me have chin hairs. You'll be able to see, and when you see them, because my mother had this thing here, and 3 or 4, sometimes 5 of them would grow out like big, and I go, Mother, and I plucked them out, and I said, Bruce, you pluck those out of me. Do not let me have chin hairs, because that's what you remember about old ladies. So, Caroline, verify that for me, okay?
I did it for you this year.
Yes, you did.
Curly black
did.
ones, yeah.
When you were in your neck brace.
Oh God, that's
You
right.
said,
Remember?
You said, I need your help.
That's right.
You
Oh,
got it done.
I couldn't with that. Remember when I was wearing that collar after my surgery? I couldn't. First of all, I couldn't lift this arm, and I couldn't get in there to get. And Caroline was over, and I said, "Please, please, here are my tweezers. Just pull them out." And I remember sitting there, and her eyes were right here, just pulling. Yeah. Well, these are things. Okay. Now I want to tell you. We've told you about the what you should, which I've never used. I'll probably never use it again. Should purchase, because I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The activating serum, it will blow you away. Curly, straight, whatever you want. Okay, now, is your hair thin? Do you not like your hair, your skin, your nails? We have it. Hair, skin, and nails. Tell them about it, because she, meaning Caroline was starting to lose her hair. She was going through a stressful period. It was just like falling out. And tell them what happened, Caroline.
Well, I was having some hair shedding, is what they call it when you start losing hair like that. It can happen from aging. It can happen from
Stress.
Cortisol levels,
Yeah.
stress, and it's pretty alarming. And
Yeah.
You start getting those bald areas, like right at your, and your hairline, and it's not fun. I've always had a lot of hair, and so I started taking Suzanne's Hair, Skin, and Nail Renew, which thankfully was coming out like right around the time this was happening to me. So it's not only biotin, which everyone knows helps support healthy hair growth, but it also has collagen peptides, keratin complex, and silicone. So it's really like a super
Hair,
multivitamin
skin,
specifically
nails.
for
Yeah.
the health and growth of hair, skin, and nails.
Yeah, she's right. So, you got the should with the activating serum. You want to have better hair, skin, and nails. Here, it's gaggy. You have to take 4 a day. But you know what? For hair, skin, and nails that's beautiful and lustrous and all that, give it a try. Okay, now.
I would never not take it. At night
She
when
says
I'm too
that all
tired
the
to
time.
take my supplements,
You take this one?
I reach over and I just pull out those 4.
I get it. I absolutely get it. All right, body butter. Body butter.
Yeah.
I use body butter several times throughout the day for different things. This is so beautiful. This is the rain.
Smells
But
like
we have
rain.
cocoa mango. We have other.
Smells like after rain.
Yeah, we haven't given rain much attention.
I would say I love the cocoa mango, but I may love rain more. Smell it, Alan.
Well, it smells like after. It
So
smells.
fresh. Caroline named it. Caroline is great at naming things, and I never would have thought of calling it rain, but man, what a perfect name for this. It's so beautiful. This body butter, Alan and I take our Epsom salt bath together at least 2 or 3 times a week.
And for our French audience, it's beurre pour le corps.
There you go.
Cha cha cha.
Hende moi.
Yeah, and as Alan was saying, it smells like the crisp and cleanness that you sense after a rain shower. It's really a beautiful.
Yeah. Hard to describe. Great scent for someone who doesn't want to smell like anything. You just want to smell different and nice. And all of our.
And also, there are no artificial fragrances
Right,
in
I was
any
just
of
going to say that.
Suzanne's
Right.
products.
I was just going to say that.
Organic.
We don't put
Pure. No chemicals.
scents in. Yeah, it's like. Don't
Just
you
from
want?
essential oil.
Don't you want body butter? And so after our Epsom salt bath, over there, Alan, is the coconut oil. See over there on the rack. So we take Epsom salts, which you just buy. We could package it for you, but it'd be more expensive. It's $3, $3.50 or something. So I put 3.5 cups of Epsom salt into the bathtub, into just the right temperature of hot water. Then I take the coconut moisture serum, and I put 2 heaping dropfuls into the bath. And then when we get in, that top layer is all this beautiful oil, and then we get in. He's at one side, I'm at the other, and we're in the Epsom salt, which has all that magnesium, which makes you sleepy, and tomorrow morning you'll have a great religious elimination. The coconut moisture serum is an aromatherapy. It relaxes you. You get out of the bathtub after 20 minutes. When you want Epsom salt to really work, stay in that tub for 20 minutes and you'll love it. Give into it. Don't get impatient. Don't start looking at your watch. Set your timer for 20 minutes and then you'll probably not want to get out. Then you pat dry so you don't rub the oil off, and you get into bed. And before you get into bed, if you're alone, put body butter wherever you can reach. If you have a beautiful partner like I have them put every place you can't reach. I haven't put it on my back, my shoulders, my arms, the backs of my legs, everything. It's so beautiful. And I put it all over him. We get into bed, and we smell great, and we feel great, and I put my arm around you and we go to sleep, and it's all healthy and beautiful and relaxing and magnesium-y, and it's just great. It's okay. So that's.
Okay, so Rebecca has a question about your nighttime ritual.
Okay, and by the way, so,
Wait.
What that Epsom salt bath does to your vajayjay.
Oh, just softens everything up. Just makes everything relaxed. Stop with the horns. You're gonna bring out Bad Al. What's her name, Melissa? Rebecca?
Oh,
Yeah,
Rebecca.
Don't egg him on.
yeah. We're going to remember you, Rebecca.
Your vajayjay is gonna.
With the
kinda like
vajayjay.
it. Yeah. Oh,
Is that
you
the
know,
same? Is that the same as a yoni?
Probably, yeah, yoni, yeah.
Yoni.
Yeah, we're working on something for your yoni girls out there. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy. All right, but that's not all. Your gut. How's your gut? If you look on Facebook, probably every other thing that people are talking about is gut issues. They got gut. They're bloated. They're constipated. They can't sleep. They got. Don't do sound effects. Bad Al's coming.
It's my job.
Bad Al is coming.
I'm just
Okay.
adding a dimension to
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Okay.
Anyway.
Without that, you
gut
know.
renew. You can make it any way you want, but honestly, if you just want to take a little bit of water and put the scoops in here in the water and mix it up and gulp it down really fast, you can get those effects. But we like to make these smoothies. The smoothies are great. This morning, my favorite is the one that Caroline made up, which is the peanut butter, chocolate, and banana smoothie. Oh my God, I had that this morning. You put 2 scoops in, you put frozen bananas. You know when your bananas are just going to go off the deep end with the black spots? Cut them in pieces, put them in a Ziploc bag, put them in the freezer, and just save those. What'd you just do?
Well, I just have to change the plug here.
Why?
Okay.
Oh, Facebook ladies, are you okay?
Okay.
Facebook, are you
I think
okay?
audio.
Would you have the wrong one in?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
could be. You're not perfect.
I,
Okay. All right. So, you put in the frozen bananas in your blender. Then you put 2 scoops of the Gut Renew. You put some chocolate almond milk and some coconut milk and a spoonful of 70% powdered chocolate. You put in some a big spoon of peanut butter. Sometimes I put almond butter. It doesn't matter. It's all great. And then bam it on. And then you have this chocolatey, banana-y. Oh gosh! That was the greatest. Of all the things you cooked, that recipe is so great, Caroline. And
It's like the best milkshake you can ever eat.
oh.
And while you're eating it, you're getting 20 grams of organic plant-based
Yeah.
protein, tons of gut health nutrients, tons of
Yep,
support
she's right.
boosters and
She's right.
superfoods.
Yep.
It's amazing.
so Pause 100 says, I want to know why I can feel fine in the morning
Yeah.
and all bloated, looking 9 months pregnant by dinner time.
Yeah. You have issues. You have gut issues. Can I do my little thing? For those of you who've heard it, I want you to have a better understanding of your gut. Your gut, your barrier wall of your gut is the length of a tennis court, okay? And imagine that's like a rope. And around that rope is a bunch of mucus. That mucus is your immune system. Okay, pretty important. You want to keep this all healthy, right? But when you get toxins from the environment, from foods sprayed with pesticides, when you get toxins from skincare that's not organic, or the air you're breathing, which the only place you can really control the air you're breathing is at home. Like we have HEPA filters everywhere. Those toxins end up in the GI tract. They eat holes through that barrier wall. Remember the length of a tennis court and that mucus? Eat holes through that barrier wall, causing leaks. Now, when they eat through that, guess what? They're now downgrading your immune system. What do we want more right now than a strong immune system? So when it leaks out, now you have leaky gut. You've heard of leaky gut. And these toxins that came in through the chemical pathways, through the skin, through the food we eat and the air we breathe, now go on a rampage in your body looking for the fattiest organs and glands: thymus, thyroid, adrenals, the brain. they want the brain the most. They make their way up to the brain, and when they get in the brain itself, the hypothalamus, the pineal, and the pituitary, has to shrink to make room for the chemicals. The more chemicals that come in, the more the brain has to shrink, and so on and so on. So keeping your gut healthy is the healthiest thing you can do for yourself. It's if your gut isn't healthy, you aren't healthy. If you understand the gut-brain connection, it's crucial. And in today's world, with all the environmental assaults, even people who take care of themselves, who are getting it from the air we breathe or the buildings they work in, there's this influx of brain issues: ADD, ADHD, OCD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, dementia, Alzheimer's, and more. I'm sure there are more than that. Keep your gut healthy. And I can't think, we really put a lot of effort into this gut formula, and we're really, really proud of it. It's good and healthy. And do we have a little seal on this?
It would
one?
take you a good 10 minutes
Yeah.
to read all the
All
stuff.
the stuff that's in it. It's
that's
all
in
stuff
it.
you haven't had today.
Okay.
Now there's one other thing here that I haven't talked about, and my doctor recently said to me, because of my injury and because I had to take some drugs this year, which I'm just about almost totally off of any allopathic medicine right now. I was only taking one, and I'm now down to, some days I don't take it at all.
But the recreational, no, I'm just
No.
kidding.
He said to me, but I want you weekly to have vitamin C IV infusions. Well, it's really hard here, and it's hard. And then I realized, oh, here it is. Here's your vitamin C and zinc. And right now, you hear with what's going on the planet and all this craziness, keep your vitamin D3 levels high, keep your zinc levels high, keep your vitamin C levels high. We don't have the zinc in here, but we have vitamin C and, no, we do have zinc in here. Vitamin C and zinc, and then get your D3 from another source which we sell, which is our vitamin D3 supplementation. I take all this stuff. My gut has never been in better shape. I use every product that's in front here. And one more thing that I want to talk about, because I'm 74, I'm about to become 75 next month. Wow. That's profound, 75. But I love our anti-aging eye cream. We used to use this. We used to make this from alpine rose stem cells. And then everybody in our company got tired of climbing up to the top of the alpines and picking the stem cells off the little roses off the bushes up there. And finally I said to the whole company, okay, you don't have to go to the alpines anymore and pick the stem cells off those little bushes that hang onto the side of the cliff in the blizzard. The reason we use them because they're so strong. Now, if you want, do you have fat bags? Well, you don't have to.
If you have what?
Fat bags under your eyes. Do you have dark circles? This, and I can say this helps get rid of fat bags and circles, and I find it's incredible for the little lines here because I'm a happy person. I smile a lot, and I use this every single night, and whatever's I don't use here, I put down on my lips. I think my lips get those lines. I've never smoked, so I don't have a lot of smoker's lines, but you get them as you get older. But pat, pat, pat. Remember that guy Carson on that Queer Eye for something? Pat, 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 and pat, pat, pat. This is great. I'm not going to use the word should. I could, but I'm not going to. Anyway, bunch of stuff here that you are great. And then go look at our nail polish. I am proud of all the colors we've created. Aren't you, Caroline?
Yes. I
So
love her.
beautiful. And this is the most beautiful palette. Lori, if you are watching, thank you, thank you, thank you, and happy birthday again. I gave her a birthday present. She gave me a better one for her birthday. So here we are. And Al's color. Now, wait, Al, on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
I have scheduled a pedicure for you.
Oh.
And you're going to have to look at the palette and decide
Oh.
it's time to let go of
Well,
pool.
that's a good way for me to decide what I want to
time
have.
to let go of pool.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing on you, by the way.
Yeah.
But we have to try another color on you, okay? So it's all
Okay.
up to you, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay? All right.
You know,
Do you know what else is happening Tuesday?
I don't.
It is your son and daughter-in-law's
Oh.
30-year
Oh,
anniversary.
I do know that. I actually do know that. Yes.
30 years, wow.
I'm so happy for the two of you. As a mother, what you want is for your children to be happy and find bliss, and they have found it. And you can see it when you watch their cooking shows.
That's so nice. Thank you.
Having the right partner in life is a blessing. And not everyone has it, and not everyone can have it. It's hard to find that person, but Caroline and Bruce found each other, and I'm so happy about that. That makes me happy all the time. You're as happy
So nice.
in life as your least happy child. You always hear that. My children are happy, so I'm glad about that.
So wisely says, Al, all I got to say is da-da-da-da-do.
Okay, who's that?
That's from
Ramona wants to know if you can hold
Wise
up the color
Wisely.
and let everyone see the colors with the names.
Al?
Okay.
A couple people.
I don't know if you'll be able to see the names.
You can see it.
Oh, you can? Because they're handwritten.
Yeah.
Laurie,
Yeah, you can
Laurie,
see it.
my manicurist, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have the most beautiful colors, and they're missing the top 10 offenders. I'd love to say 100% organic, but missing the top 10 offenders, of which the top offender is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, which is what we use to embalm bodies, okay? Look at these beautiful colors. Go to the website and you can see them all laid out there, and they're just, it's beautiful. We've got from the darkest to the lightest, and now we have chalk, which is right here. Right here, this is chalk.
Where's chalk? Oh, yeah.
Right there, that's
Oh,
chalk.
I may chalk up my toes.
You know, your toes would look great with chalk. Oh,
Yeah, with his skin color. it would.
yeah, he's got that great skin color. So, we've kind of talked about everything I have in front of us
I think it's
here.
time to wrap up.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. I only drank like this much of my tequila tonight, and that's plenty.
We'll take it in the car.
No.
I guess you guys have to move to the couch now and have a picnic.
Yeah, take one look at, have a great Labor Day and celebrate. Right now, the world is in crisis. So change your paradigm and make tomorrow a great holiday for America. America is the greatest idea there ever was. Look at, ooh, yikes. Look at what you can do tomorrow.
Zooming
I'm showing
in.
you this.
Zooming in.
Yeah, or Monday.
Labor Day's
The whole
actually
weekend.
Monday,
The whole weekend. Okay?
Look at
Let
that.
me know when I can sit up.
Okay. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
You know, I always-
watermelon, corn. Get organic corn if you can get it. Ask your, when you go to your grocer, ask for organic corn because most of it is genetically modified. Don't, just start insisting, and
Okay, I think you can sit up.
they say to their managers, we're getting a
Okay.
lot of requests for organic corn. If you keep asking for it, they'll eventually get it. We got it down here at Whole Foods, and thank you, Whole Foods. for
No, it
doing
didn't
that.
come from Whole Foods.
Yes, this did.
It did?
Yeah, this did.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
and
the first.
Clark's and Clark's. We got it from Clark's and Whole Foods, and
So,
because I ask
I
every
have to
time
tell
I'm in
you,
there.
I can't make the pictures smaller on Facebook, so we see your eyes, your nose, and your lips,
Oh,
which are
no.
pretty darn nice.
No.
And you guys, we're not having a show on Monday because of the holidays, so we hope you're all out enjoying with
Yeah,
your families. But
please
we'll be
do.
back on Wednesday with a cooking show.
You know,
God
I always
bless-
thought when I, growing up, and we talked about Labor Day, and I started becoming aware that, there were women who were having babies, and I always thought, I wonder if Labor Day takes place in the maternity ward where they all go into labor at the same time. Huh? You could fight a war with those ladies.
No. When you're giving birth, you're not thinking about anything other than, man, this hurts. I want to say good night to all of you. I want to say that America is the greatest idea there ever was. We are so lucky to live in freedom. And I think about it every day. I value our country. I value the life we've all been blessed to live. And I say this every night. It's not about who you are, what you do, or what you have. No, we all know that. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you, and thank you for coming. And I love you, Caroline. And I'll see you all on Wednesday, but Caroline, I'll be talking to you on your anniversary. And
Absolutely.
Caroline,
Okay, I love you. Good night.
wait, Caroline and I are cooking on Wednesday. So come.
Okay.
Okay, good night.
Bye, you guys.